Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. His Excellency the Ministry of Tourism states to Sultanate Oman Radio and Television that a Turath heritage company is established. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry announces that a new mining law is in its final stages. And Yunqal Touristic Festival highlights heritage landmarks and handicrafts in the Governorate of Dhahira. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Field Marshal Omar Hassan Ahmed al-Bashir of Sudan on his re-election as President of the Republic for a new term. The Public Authority for Civil Defense and Ambulance, represented by the National Search and Rescue Team, were able to pull out people who were stuck due to a mountain collapse in Al Qurum area that took place while carrying out a project by the Public Authority for Electricity and Water. According to the authority, one person was rescued and is undergoing treatment in a hospital in the Governorate of Muscat, whereas 2 other people died. The team faced some obstacles due to the narrow and deep location of the accident and was careful not to cause another collapse during the search process. On the Silence of Comics 2015 exhibition, a conference on communications and information technology was held at Golden Tulip Hotel in Muscat under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Hamad al-Rubai, Secretary General of Education Council. It came under the theme Disruptive Technologies for Fast-Tracking National Growth. It witnessed a participation from 150 specialists in electronics field. The conference discussed a number of topics related to nanotechnology and cloud computing, in addition to analyzing the applications and putting up electronic strategies for both public and private sector. It also shed light on stages of big data adoption and the infrastructure of cloud computing as well as information technology. His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, said that Turath or Heritage Company is one of the government touristic projects that will prepare all that is related to the Omani heritage in the upcoming period so as to keep up with the tourism strategy. He added that it came to support the tourism sector activities and contribute in the gross domestic product. His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Adib, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for Commerce and Industry, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, said that the new mining law is in its final stages and will be forwarded to the bodies concerned in the next month. He added that the law will include amendments on new ways of purification and mining, in addition to incentives provided to investment companies. He also shed light on a new service related to commercial records that will be launched by the ministry soon. He clarified that through this service, all the transactions will be done electronically. Shura Council Office reviewed Council of Ministers' letter, which include the Council recommendations on the effects of rainwater in Al-Nahda Hospital. The meeting also reviewed several letters of a number of job seekers, which included recommendations to provide more job opportunities, as well as discussing some ministerial responses like the Ministry of Heritage Higher Education's response about the criteria of evaluating and classifying higher education institutes in the Sultanate, in addition to the Tender Board's response on waterline projects to the Wilaya of Amrat. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Mawali, Chairman of the Shura Council, presided over the meeting. Under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Talib al-Hinai, Under Secretary for Planning Affairs of the Ministry of Health, a workshop on the 9th five-year plan was held this morning. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
The Ministry of Health, in its endeavor to provide quality healthcare service to the public based on the 2050 vision, groups of administration staff, academic and medical staff from various departments of Directorate General of Human Resources and Directorate General of Information Technology commenced their preparation for the development of the 9th five-year National Health Strategic Plan 2016 2020. Over 40 members participated in the workshop. The main goals of the workshop are to come out with the proposed expected result and products to be discussed in the national workshop with all stakeholders, partners and representatives of the governorates. In today's workshop, the participants were able to come up with the preliminary draft, which will require to be reviewed and refine the outcomes before is presented to the national workshop. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television.
Still to come in our news bulletin. 40 artistic works in the field of ceramic in the 5th Artistic Touches exhibition. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Middle East and North Africa Financial Action Task Force hailed the efforts done by the Sultanate in the field of anti-money laundering and terrorism financing and its compliance with the procedures implemented in this field. Adel Hamid Al-Qarish, Executive Secretary of the Financial Action Task Force, said to Oman News Agency that the Sultanate's performance in the field of anti-money laundering and terrorism financing has been great and that the Sultanate is one of the best countries in the region in this field. This ranking is based on the outcomes of the assessment made on the Sultanate system and its compliance with the procedures. As per the annual report for Basel Governance Corporation on anti-money laundering for 2014, the Sultanate topped its list of the Arab and Gulf countries. It was also ranked 29th from among 162 countries on the world level. The 21st meeting of the Middle East and North Africa Financial Action Task Force that will be hosted by the Sultanate in Muscat under the auspices of His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, Minister of Justice, is the biggest regional gathering, as 160 experts from 18 countries and 16 countries as observers will take part in the meeting. Along the Omani coast, local fishermen are still keeping their profession. Their number reaches almost 21,000 fishing boats. A number of them were present at a workshop meant to raise consumption awareness of fisheries products. This workshop emphasized that fishing industry is limited and does not affect the GDP. It showcased the importance of spreading awareness on the safety and quality of fishing products and the necessity of knowing its standard specifications. It was held under the auspices of His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Al-Deeb, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for Commerce and Industry. The presented work papers illustrated that production mechanisms are not clear and cadres working in the auditing process in the competent authorities are few. Others said that fish farming is successful in the Sultanate. The fishermen stressed that it is important to commit to the organizational laws of fishing and avoid violations. Coinciding with Vocational Safety and Health Work Day, 12 institutions from public and private sector participated in Occupational Safety and Health exhibition. The exhibition, which included the inauguration of Vocational Safety and Health to be permanent theme for all institutions and establishments, was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saif Al Husni, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Health for Health Affairs. The exhibition included models of occupational safety and health equipment to aware the society with the importance of following safety rules in the establishments. Al-Nahda Hospital conducted Oral, Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Day. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i.
Head and neck cancer is a group of cancers of the mouth, sinuses, nose, or throat. What causes cancers of the head and neck? What are the symptoms? How common are the head and neck cancers? How one can reduce risk of developing head and neck cancers? And how are the head and neck cancers diagnosed and treated? This was an awareness activities of the Cancer Day organized by another hospital.
We have people from Anti-Tobacco and Oman Cancer Association, and they give guidelines how to stop smoking and how to have for other cancers. And for head and neck cancer, we have an open day where people can come and we take history, and then we have examination booths where we can give you free examination, including fiber optic endoscopy.
This is the first time that we have participated, and we have organized awareness program for the head and neck cancer cases, and this is going to be a regular feature, and inshallah in future also we'll organize awareness programs.
The day included an exhibition. The Awareness Day is held in collaboration with Oman Anti-Tobacco Society, Cancer Association, and American Society of Head and Neck Cancer. All specialists and other concerned staff were present to meet with the public and present to them full detail about the condition, as well as providing them with the opportunity for health examination, utilizing all necessary equipment required.
I'm a senior consultant in ENT and head and neck surgery. I'm very proud that department has started doing this cancer awareness in the oral cavity. You know, oral cavity cancers are the largest cancers in the world, and it constitutes about 1/5 of the cancers of the head and neck region. And we have the association with the Head and Neck Cancer Alliance, and we are just trying to screen our patients to see any who is there in the general population, what is the rate of it, and we will just screen those patients, and whosoever has a positive disease, we will take that patient and we will try to treat the patients.
It is worth mentioning that higher percentage of head and neck cancer are due to tobacco use and heavy consumption of alcohol. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television.
The works of the Qatari Visit Program started in State's Financial and Administrative Audit Institution. It reviewed a number of topics related to the Sultanate's implementation of the chapters of criminalization, prevention, and international cooperation in the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC. The UNCAC aims to prevent corruption, criminalizing certain contexts, strengthening international law enforcement, and judicial cooperation. The opening of the program was presided over by His Excellency Nasser bin Ahlal Al-Mawali, Chairman of the State's Financial and Administrative E-Audit Institution. The Ministry of Higher Education, in cooperation with Injaz Training Center, organized a seminar on business habits entitled Towards Better Future. The seminar aimed to aware employees with the importance of preserving secret information and institute security from law and administrative aspect, in addition to its effect on employee and the institution, besides legislation outcomes of administrative violations related to leaking information. The seminar also discussed the importance of creating media awareness inside the institution to keep information security and secret, and the effects of media effect on administrative violations. The Yanqul Tourism Festival started in the Governorate of Dhahra. It was organized by the Tourism Committee in the Oman Chamber for Commerce and Industry and Tourism Department in the Governorate. It included various touristic activities, heritage village, competitions, and games for children. It also focused on Omani traditional singing arts and craft products. It aimed to highlight the touristic as well as the historical aspects of the wilaya. In its fourth meeting of the year, the Municipal Council in the Governorate of Dhahra discussed a number of topics related to developing municipal work in the Governorate, like paving internal roads, improving work in the agricultural sector, allocating lands for future government projects, and reviewing municipalities' affairs minutes of the meetings. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Hamyar Al Malik Al Shahi, Governor of Dhahra. The Municipal Council in the Governorate of North Bulletin recommended giving residential lands to citizens who are ready to build houses. The council also discussed expanding sewage treatment plant, parking area for taxis and buses in the wilayas of the Governorate. This came in the fourth meeting for the third year of the council. It will organize training workshops for the council members about the system of work in the successful municipal council. In the Wilaya of Hayma in the Governorate of Wusta, the Municipal Council held its 25th meeting from its first period. It reviewed themes tabled on the agenda like approval of minutes of previous meeting. The Council also discussed different responses received by the Secretariat Council, problem of water waste in Bahir Water Station in the Wilaya of Duqm, and the mechanism of solving it with concerned authorities. It as well introduced a number of developments tabled on the agenda and made appropriate recommendations for them. In the Governorate of South Sharqiya, the Municipal Council held its fourth session. During this session, a number of topics were discussed like wrong practices of expatriates in the agricultural lands, and minutes came from the Municipality Affairs Committee. At the end of the session, the Traffic Department made a visual presentation related to the campaign, "Thanks for your commitment to the speed limit." 40 artistic works in the fields of ceramics were made by fine art coaches within the fine arts exhibition entitled Artistic Touches. The exhibition showcases formations inspired from Omani environment and nature, as well as schools and other modern artistic trends. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Saoud bin Salim Al-Balushi, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Education for Educational Planning and Human Resources Development. Now, for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of dust mainly in desert and open areas, and low clouds and fog during late night and early morning on the Governorates of South Sharqiya and Al-Wusta. Winds will be northerly to northeasterly moderate to active along the northern governorates, and it will be southeasterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas along the coast will be slight to moderate to the maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Excellency the Ministry of Tourism states to Sultanate Oman Radio Television that a Turath Heritage Company is established. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry announces that a new mining law is in its final stages. And Yunqul Touristic Festival highlights heritage landmarks and handicrafts in the Governorate of Zahira. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.